Well, hey friends and neighbors, this is Chuck out at Sheraton Park Farms. Welcome back to the farm. We are about 36 hours out from a major winter storm hitting us here in northwestern North Carolina, and we are working to get ready for that. So today we've got the feed truck coming. We got to get some feed distributed out to these animals. We're going to pre-stage a little bit of hay. Got to get some vehicles ready. We've got some work to do down at the house. So we are trying to beat the clock. So hang out with us for a little bit and let's see if we can get everything done before we get hit by a big storm. Weather's coming. I'm afraid it's going to get bad. So we mentioned it on yesterday's video. The post office called this morning about 7 o'clock and our baby turkeys are here. Ordered 70. Hatchery shipped us 70. We've got one that is not looking very good. I don't think he's going to make it, but you know, sometimes that happens. The hatchery that we use, I'll put it in the description down below. I don't remember which hatchery we use to buy these, but they're really good about if we get a bird that dies, they'll refund us the cost of that bird, which is important on turkeys. I think these babies are probably $6 or $7 a piece. So, but everybody's looking good. We got the heat lamps in, and also we'll take a couple of tarps. We'll take a tarp just to throw over top of this, just to keep a little added heat in, and that seems to do them well. So, winter storm and new baby turkeys. This is about as real world as it gets. We had part of a bag left over, so I put it in this bulk feeder for these pigs. But as I was crossing over the fence, I got my pants caught on the fence. Brand new pair of pants. Nice Carhartt, thick, heavy, forget what you call them. They got the suspender buttons. Brand new pair of pants. All right, so what Saunder's doing here, we went and got a couple of these they're 60 gallon, is that right, Saunder? 60 gallon pickle barrels. Found them on Facebook Marketplace. We went and got 4 of those today. And what we're doing is we're stationing a couple of these at each of the pig groups, and we're going to go ahead and fill them with water. And if the power ends up going out, we can use those little drill pumps and our drill with the lithium ion batteries to come out and fill like this field drinker for the pigs. So we end up having a little bit of water in reserve, and it's not going to get so cold that these things are going to freeze solid. We'll be able to knock the tops off of them, the top layer of ice off of them, and just drop a hose down in there and drop a hose over into that field drinker, and boom, we're gone. So we're going to do 120 gallons here. We put 60 gallons up on the hill with that last set of sows that farrowed, and we'll put another 60 gallons extra. What we're going to do with that other 60 gallons? We're going to put that out for Angel and Cinnamon, aren't we? And the chickens. Yeah, we'll put that last 60 gallons out for Angel, Cinnamon, the chickens, and then the turkeys that are in the brooder. The little piglets and then the blue butts, all those are right beside the creek. So we'll make sure that we've got some clean water lines that we've blown out, that we've blown all the water out, and then we can just fill their drinkers right out of the creek. Those nipple drinkers, again, we may have to take a torch and heat those things up and get them flowing, but that's not a big deal. We can do that. So another thing we've got to work on here is water. So we're getting that done. Now, y'all just saw us unload 6 of those big totes of feed, and we've had these things for a couple, maybe a month and a half now. These are called buckhorn boxes. And on a farm, one of the major challenges that you're going to have to deal with whenever you reach outside of just a small homestead growing for yourself is material handling. And for us, handling feed becomes an issue. You know, we got, you know, almost 6 tons of feed down there right now. So we've got one of these here. We've got one up at that last group of sows that farrowed. I'm going to come up, grab this thing with a tractor. We'll take it down, show you what we do with it, show you some of the features of this thing. But this makes our handling our feed material 100 times easier. They're really nice. So real quick, and we may do another video on these later on, these are called buckhorn boxes. These will hold about 1,000 pounds of feed. And so what we do is we'll just take one of the totes, we'll hold it over, we'll dump about 1,000 pounds in here, and then we can have the feed exactly where we need it, right at the pigs. We don't have to handle it as much. And again, we can manage about 1,000 pounds at a time. Nice deal on this, watertight lid. They've also got a gate in the bottom. The inside is kind of fluted towards the middle, and so if we wanted to fill one of those bulk feeders like the piglets have out there, fill one of these up, take it out there, hold it over top, open it up, just dump all the feed in there. The nice thing about this is they're much more stable than managing those big totes, those big bags. A little less weight, and we can keep them closer to the ground. So these things work out great. I forget what we paid for them, $500 a piece or something. But so far they have been worth their weight in gold. Been very happy with them. And they're stackable. We can stack them on top of each other when we need to. And so boom, just like that, we're going to come up here and take this empty box down. We'll refill it, put it on the other group of pigs, and we brought them a full box. So now, for the duration of the storm, we've got plenty of feed right here at the pigs. We don't have to worry about loading the side-by-side up and coming up here. If we can't get the side-by-side up here, we've got feed here. All we need to do is just bring a bucket, and then we can distribute it out to this happy-go-lucky bunch of pretty girls and their babies that need to be weaned. So this is just a little camp stove that we've got. Actually, Sandra bought it to use as a canning stove. We keep it up in the shop, so when she's canning soup or beans or whatever, she uses this. So we're just going to set it here on the front porch, a couple of cans of gas. We'll put a tarp over it. If the power goes out, we can come out here and cook. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to grab about 8 or 10 rolls of hay, and we're going to kind of pre-stage those up at the feed barn. And then tomorrow, when we get within just a few hours of the storm, we're going to take that and we'll distribute it out to a couple of different places, primarily for bedding. The different groups of pigs will get a roll or a couple of rolls, depending on the size of the group, for bedding. And then we'll have a couple of rolls out also for feed, like for Angel and Cinnamon and the goats and all that crowd. So let's put the hay spear on the tractor and pull a couple of these down and move them up and get them ready to go. So the final thing we're going to do this evening, we put a roll of hay on the back of the truck, and we're going to put it up in the shop so that it's inside, doesn't have any snow on it, don't have to worry about brushing snow off. The reason we put the hay roll on the back of the truck is to give it a little bit of weight. You know, these trucks are great, they've got plenty of weight in the front, but there's just not a lot of weight in the back. So try to put that roll right over that rear axle, so that if we have to get out, it'll help us get a little extra traction. And then you get stuck, you know, you can start pulling some hay off and maybe try to use it to help get a little bit of a grip and get going again. I don't know. We'll hope we don't have to find out. We're going to do another video tomorrow. We still got a few things to do. We got to finish getting the tractor ready. We're going to put some different attachments on it. We will deploy the hay that we've pulled out, gosh, I don't know. I'm sure we'll think of a couple things tonight. But anyway, storm's still brewing, still coming. So not sure how much we're going to get, but please continue to keep us in your prayers. May God bless you and your families, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.